We are all here tonight to learn from one another. We all came from different backgrounds, different colors. That's why we are all so beautiful. We have Vermont National Guard. They have a lot to teach us, and we do have a lot to teach them for sure. That's why we need to learn from one another, to grow one another, to better our Vermont. I'd like to welcome Adjutant General Knight up front, if you don't mind. Ali Dieng, please, thank you. This is Ali. This is our Adjutant General Knight.
Thank you, Mohammed, and thank you all for being here. I wanted to talk a little bit about the background, about why we are all here today. For those that are in the back, to please listen. Right. My name is Ali Dieng. I am a city councilor for the city of Burlington. It's been 6 years now. I have met Major General Knight and Henriquez and many of them to talk about opportunities that the National Guard is offering to all soldiers. We decided to partner with them and to make sure that these opportunities are known and understood by the new American community. The Vermont National Guard is doing an amazing job in the state of Vermont. During the pandemic, they kept us all safe. When there is a flood, they will step up. When someone is gone missing, they will step up to try to find them. They also do a lot of work around the globe, Senegal, Austria, Macedonia, to build state partnerships. I feel this is a hidden treasure in the state of Vermont that many people do not know. They have a lot of opportunities. We visited the base 3 times in Colchester and at the airport to learn more about these opportunities. And here today, we want for you to gain an understanding of what needs to be done and how do you become a Guard member and then follow the process to become a soldier to serve this great country that welcomed all of us as Americans. This is a part where you need to applaud. Please, yeah. Yes. We are delighted to also have Mr. Mayor Weinberger, the mayor of Burlington. You can see him right there, Mr. Mayor. Yeah. And before I give it to the Major General, maybe Miro Weinberger can come and speak a little bit. But please, eat some food, but quietly. The food is ready. Thank you all so much.
Good evening, everyone. It is great to see so many people here. I want to thank City Councilor Ali Dieng for helping to organize in this event and including me tonight. I am really excited that this event is happening for a few reasons. First of all, one of the most important partners that the City of Burlington has is the Vermont National Guard. I can say that having been in this role for 12 years now and knowing how important the Guard is to our airport, where they are one of the biggest operators and users of the airport, and where they are a big part of the reason that it is such a great economic development and cultural amenity that plays such an important role in our lives. But they've also, maybe even more importantly, been a great partner to the city in times of crisis. During the pandemic, the city worked very closely with the Guard and with ALV and with other organizations that support your communities, and made sure that we were testing when there were outbreaks of the virus, making sure that when the vaccine was ready, that we were working with you to get the vaccine deployed and out into the community as quickly as possible. It's some of the proudest work that I've done in the 12 years here, and the Guard was a key partner in that. They're also a great partner when it's not in times of crisis, just in the regular functioning of this community. The Guard and Guard members play a key role in keeping Burlington and Chittenden County a great place to live and work. So that's why I feel so strongly about the partnership of the Guard. I'm excited this event is happening because it has been my sense that there's an opportunity for some of our communities where we have individuals, families who have recently immigrated here to understand better what the opportunities are with the Guard, and to consider being more involved with them. And I think it is really important that Councilor Dieng and AALV have worked to make this community dialogue possible so that your loved ones can really understand what kind of opportunities there are with the Vermont National Guard. I think that's really what I wanted to say. I'm excited to know. I was also told there would be great food here too, so I'm excited about that part of it. But is there anything else, Councilor Dieng or General, that would be helpful for me to speak to while I'm here? And I'm going to be able to hang out for a little while. I'm going to have to go to another event in a little bit, but is that good? Great. All right. Thank you.
Well, good evening. Salam. Maketv. So it's a distinct pleasure to be here this evening, and I'd certainly thank Ali for getting the word out and putting this together. But the mayor's right, and obviously the reason for all being here tonight is to talk a little bit about the National Guard. So that's my role for the next 10 minutes or so, to talk about what it is the National Guard does. Who are we? So you see us in uniform, sometimes not in uniform, as you can see here. How many folks are here in the middle of the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic? A few people? The mayor's right. It was our National Guard, at the request of the governor, who went out to work with local communities to do vaccine clinics. It was our National Guard that responded with other state agencies when we had July flooding in Vermont. So that's part of what we do. So the National Guard is primarily made of a part-time force. So we work normally 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year once you finish your military training. So you're a part-time force for about 2/3 of our members. But we also have a federal mission. If you go back about 2 years ago, after the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, I got a phone call from the director of the Air National Guard, and the request was to deploy our Air National Guard in support of NATO, to fly the air policing mission as a deterrent and in support of our NATO allies. So we do things like that as well. So what comes with the Guard? Let me tell you a little bit about my job. What is an adjutant general? One, adjutant is hard to say. An adjutant general, there are 54 states, territories, in Washington, D.C. 53 states have an adjutant general like me responsible for the leadership of the National Guard in the respective states. D.C. has a commanding general because they're not a state. So what's the so what? What's my job? I have a lot of different jobs. One is I certainly work here in Vermont, leading and administering and providing resources to our National Guard so they can train and be ready to meet our state mission, but also our federal mission. But I'm also active as most adjutant generals are, at the national level or international level. So I'm on the Adjutant General Association. So we work to find resources to make our Guard better, equipment, resources, training. We work for better pay and benefits. That's what we should do. I'm also on the General Officer Advisory Committee for the Director of the Army National Guard, who provides oversight of all the Army National Guards. But it's also a joint venture. Even though I'm in the Army National Guard, I work very closely with our Air National Guard. So both fall under an adjutant general. But the other thing that I do is I am the executive chair of the National Guard Joint Diversity Executive Council. Now, in my mind, very simply put, that means part of my job is to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to serve. And that's what we'll talk about today. So I've got a number of folks here that can help with that. Got Master Sergeant Courtney Weisert in the back to talk about the Army National Guard. Sergeant Popovich is from our Air Guard, but they are very low-key. Ask them questions. So what comes with service in the Guard? And we're also going to hear from 3 of my Guard members, 2 in my Army Guard, 1 in my Air Guard, who came here and are now taking advantage of all of the opportunities that come with service in either the Air or Army National Guard. We've got to remove the mystery that comes with service. You heard there's probably a lot of narratives out there about, I call it misinformation, about service in the military. Well, let's remove that mystery. And as Ali said, you can come visit us. We do open houses. We do community information days for both the Army and Air National Guard. Talk to our Guard members and ask them what they do and all the benefits that come with service in the Guard. I can tell you my story. And if you're not familiar with military rank structure, I've been in the military for 41 years, so longer than some people have been alive. But imagine I joined the military as an E1. There is no lower rank. I'm an E1. I have no college. But you fast forward to now, because of the military, primarily because of my Guard, I now have a bachelor's degree, and I have 2 master's degrees, and I have no college debt. I have affordable health care, I have dental care, I have life insurance. What's not to like here? But you have transferable skills. You can join the National Guard and be a mechanic. You can work on aircraft. You can work on helicopters. You can work on diesel engines. You can be a combat medic. We have hundreds of specialties. Everything that the military trains you to do, a lot of those things crosswalk. There's a transferable skill, transfers into the civilian sector. So if you can have a dual career path, you can still be in the Guard, do your drill weekends, and train for 2 weeks in a year, and then you can still have a college education. You can still have a dual career path in the civilian side. A lot of people do that. 2/3 of our folks do that. I did it for a number of years before I went into the Guard full-time. Is it easy? Yeah. Maybe. Here's what I hear. I hear all the time. And y'all been following news stories how recruiting is horrible in the military. It's tough. Okay. So what do we just do? Throw up our hands and go, oh, well, I guess it's hard. We won't do it. That's not what we do. Are you familiar with the term propensity to serve? Where the desire to serve is no longer there. Personally, I don't buy it. I know where that propensity, I know where that desire to serve is. We've just got to go find it. I see some of it right here tonight. I brought 3 of them with me. So let's talk about that a little bit later. But let's move on with the program. I don't want to take too much time. But thank you, Mohammed, for being here. Thank you for facilitating.
Thank you, General. Thank you. To add on to what our General just mentioned, I, Mohammed Job, as an educator, I support everything he just mentioned. Some folks often think going to college is the only way to get the skills for you to succeed. I disagree, totally. Yes, I did go to college. Yes, I do want everyone to go to college if they choose to go to college, but I'm not going to say that's the only way. And if that is the only way, going through the National Guard, you can still make your way to college. I encourage every individual who's looking to get skills, whether it's plumbery, carpentry, becoming a pilot, a mechanic. Those are skills you can actually also learn through the National Guard. So it's still education. Please, I want us to understand wearing a uniform, in so many ways, it is not scary. It's beautiful. What made it beautiful is what these people do for our communities, for our state, and even beyond our borders. I'm inviting all the youngsters here to think about it. Usually I do not force my students to choose what to do, but I help them understand there are many opportunities for you to succeed. We can only show you, but you're the master of your choices for your success. I believe next we can have Dennis, if you don't mind, showing some videos that could elaborate a little bit of what had been said around or about Vermont National Guard. And then later on, we will have some discussions and address all questions you may have. I'm sure you will get the answers right here on the spot. Again, you can always seek to visit Vermont National Guard to learn more about what you are going to hear here tonight. Dennis, please go ahead. Thank you.
Hola. Ahora me entienden. Hi guys, my name's Dennis. I work for the Vermont Army National Guard in public affairs, but I also help the Vermont Air National Guard as well. I just wanted to tell you that what I'm about to show you are videos that represent you, that we made with your soldiers, people who come from the community, and I want you to think about while you watch the video that we have a need for camera people like you that are interested in media. So that's my recruiting pitch to you. So if you like cameras, come see me later.
मेरो नाम समीर दाहाल हो, प्राइभेट दाहाल, अनि म नेपालदेखि आएको हो। म दुईटा ल्याङ्ग्वेज बोल्न सक्छु, एउटा इङ्ग्लिसमा बोल्न सिकिरहेको छु अहिले, नेपाली फ्लुएन्ट गर्न सक्छु। My name is Samir Dahal as Private Dahal. I'm from a small country named Nepal. The thing that brought me to US was better education for me and better life for my family. My family and my grandparents are originally from Bhutan, and we are a refugee in Nepal, and we're still refugee here too. So they're here for get a better life for themselves and get better education for us. I wanted to be a professional pilot. I'm still a high school student, but I'm an early college student. I'm still waiting for my graduation. I'm excited for that. Since I was small, I really wanted to have a government job as well. And this will also help me with my financial for my college because aviation is expensive. So this will really help me out. I'm really proud of being American, so I really wanted it.
ਹੈਲੋ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਨਮਸਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਸੀਨੀਅਰ ਏਅਰਮੈਨ ਕੋਮਲਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੈਣੀ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਸ਼ਿਆਰਪੁਰ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ US ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 2016 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਨਵੰਬਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਵਰਮੌਂਟ ਏਅਰ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਗਾਰਡ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕੀਤਾ 2019 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਟਸ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਜਰਨੀ ਆ ਮੇਰੀ So America is first of all land of opportunity. It's like what we have here we cannot find anywhere around the world. My parents were in India. My other family was here. Like my uncle lives in Fairfax. So I moved here in 2016. Then I got an opportunity to join the Vermont National Guard, which was amazing. It was so smooth. So basically all the staff really helped me out to join the Air National Guard and to become a citizen in a quicker way. I really enjoy it. To be, first of all, wearing this, it brings up pride. To carry this legacy of Green Mountain Boys, it's an amazing thing. Yeah, this uniform, these people, they have given me a lot and I'm proud of it.
السلام عليكم ومهد شيخ عبد الله Technical Sergeant وكل شيء مقدشو الصومالية وحنكمل هاي the Green Mountain Boys. I'm not sure if you've seen the movie Black Hawk Down. That was in '93, I believe. I was born in 1995, so 2 years later in the same city. And so that's an interesting little fact about me. Yeah, because of the Civil War at the time, we had left the country to go to the refugee camp in Kenya, which is called Dadaab. And I came to the United States in 2008 with my family, my mother and my siblings. There's 6 of us. And I joined the Air National Guard, the Vermont Air National Guard in 2014 after graduating high school. So my career in the Air National Guard is services. So we manage food service operations, fitness, lodging, mortuary operations. And so I love my career field. I've been in it for coming up to 9 years now. And it's been, I would say, one of the most rewarding experiences I've had in my life. Joining the Vermont Air National Guard helped me get my citizenship. And there was two benefits that come with joining the Vermont Air National Guard. And one of them is it shortens the time that it takes to get your citizenship. The other is that you get the fee waived. And that was helpful for me because it opened up a lot more opportunities, a lot more doors. And it helped expedite my security clearance as well. I'm certainly proud to be an American, and I'm more proud to be an airman in the Vermont Air National Guard because there's a connection there. Not that I don't feel a connection with being an American, but there's just, there's a direct connection here, right, at the unit, and with the people. And so it's been tremendous. It's been tremendous to get to this point.
My name is Tiago Tomasi. I'm a specialist in the Army National Guard. I'm from Accra, Ghana. I was born in Kumasi. I moved to the States in 2007. I was adopted in 2008, and I've been here since. My earliest memory was actually kicking a soccer ball when I was probably like 5 years old. Me and my friends would run down the street of dirt playing soccer with our sticks as goal posts. A nice lady decided to take it upon herself to see that I have a good future. And I was adopted in 2008, but I was here in 2007. I joined the Army National Guard for Vermont more like I wanted to see myself have a good future and be able to provide for those that I bring into this world. You know, it's more of, I was doing good for myself, but I wanted something to keep pushing me. So I just figured that I'd put my physical body to good use by joining some MOS that is more physically demanding. Our last AT was exciting. I shot the 240, we had a barbecue, we ate, everybody was just right there, you know. The bonding of our unit was strong, and that really, I really saw that just 2 weeks, it just takes 2 weeks, maybe a week, you know, and everybody's family.
Good afternoon, if you can consider this a good afternoon. It's 16:03 East Coast time in Burlington. A lot of people have died today. A lot of people have been injured today. It's not over with yet. We're going to have to stand up in defense of our country. That's why we wear the uniform. And what we need now are hard workers, cool heads, proactive thinkers to make sure that we do this to the best of our ability.
Check. Much better. Thank you. Thank you again, everyone. If you have not helped yourself with food, now I am about to call a few of our community members. They're going to introduce themselves and talk about each of our community they represent. I am calling Symphorien Jeetan Khadka. Come on up, please. Sure. Kokoyo in the house.
Hello. For today, I will speak in Lingala, and Coco will translate for you, because I want our people to understand very well why we are here. Bo bande kwa bolingo na koloba na Lingala na kanisi bino nyoso bokolandango.
Yeah, I am going to speak in Lingala. I know you guys will understand it.
Bo na koloba na Lingala po ya ko facilite bino boyo kapo na nini tozali awo.
I want to speak in Lingala so that you Congolese people understand why we're here.
Bon. Awa lelo babengisi biso awa po ya ba soda o ya garde bazaka kuna na aéroport tina na yango bango balingi bango na bon voilà.
Yeah. So the reason why we are here because we were invited by the army to participate to this meeting.
Bon, na kati ya lisanga ya lelo
in this meeting
tolingi bango balingi bino boyeba ke kuna isika bango basalaka kuna na base na bango misala ezali ebele.
They want you guys to know that they have a lot of jobs available for you guys.
Kuna na base ezali musala ya soldate ezali misala mususu ebele batu bakoki kokende koyokolango.
Yeah, it's not in the military, but there are a lot of opportunities for you guys to go and, work.
Baoyo balingi kokota musala ya soda esengeli bakende kaka kuna. Me bawana bakokende group mususu.
Yeah, people who want also to work in the military, they are also welcome to come, but other people also they still have their place.
Pona nini po kuna misala eza mingi. Bakoki kolakisa yo makambo kuna okoki kokende kosala ngo na ba civil.
Yeah, they can teach you a lot of things, then you can learn and then work.
Bon, pona yango nalingi na sukisa na kosenga na batu nyonso bazali awa, ba jeune na biso, bo banga te, kokanisa te soko kanisa okoti musala ya soda okende kaka kobunda.
Yeah, to end my speech, I want to encourage all the youth here that you are welcome to join. Don't be afraid, don't be scared. It doesn't mean that when you come here, they're going to send you to go fight for the war. No. There are a lot of opportunities. You just join, then they will try to help you.
Kuna na musala ya soda, makambo ebele okoki kotanga kuna. Alo makambo wana ekozala oyokoli yango, osali yango, okoti na vie civile.
Yeah, so even when you go to the military, you can still learn and then gain a lot of skills that you can use for your life and your career.
Batu mosusu basalaka kuna part-time. Azana musana ye mususu me azalita part-time kuna.
Other people can work part-time while they're still, doing another job somewhere, but you can also come and work part-time.
Alors, pona yango biso topesi totondisi okonzi ya basoda yake awa general major wana na topesi communauté mosusu oyo bayake awa merci po ya kopesa biso information ya malamu ndenge wana.
Yeah, we want to say thank you to the general for all the information and for this meeting. So we are so grateful for you guys.
Okay, merci. Boyoki.
Thank you very much. Boyoki.
Thank you, Symphorien. Thank you, Coco. Next on the mic, Jeetan Khadka.
Thank you, Mohammed. Hello, everybody. My name is Jeetan Khadka. I will be addressing everyone and also addressing Nepali Bhutanese community of Vermont. So I'll repeat the same thing like Symphorien was talking why we are here today. I think before we go there, I'd just like to give a brief background about Nepali Bhutanese community in Vermont. I came to Vermont myself about 15 years ago from Nepal from the refugee camp, and a lot of the other community members came along with us. We did have a lot of number of people in Vermont, but eventually a lot of people moved out. They went to different states looking for better opportunity. I think one of the things that was very common was looking for better opportunity, doing something better, seeking positive lifestyle and all of that. So the main reason of this event today is the same. Vermont National Guard that is stationed right here in Vermont offers a lot of educational resources for young people and the community member who are interested in serving in military. At the same time, there are non-combatant other services that they will be discussing here with us today. So thank you for coming. So हाम्रो नेपाली कम्युनिटीको सदस्यहरू भुटनिस नेपाली कम्युनिटीको सदस्य धन्यवाद आउनु भएकोमा तपाईहरुले कति बुझ्नु भयो अगाडि यो इभेन्टको विषयमा तर अहिले विस्तारमा फेरि कुरा गर्ने छौं र उहाँहरुले यो प्रोग्रामको विषयमा हामीसँग अझै छलफल गर्नु नै हुनेछ। भर्मन्ट नेशनल गार्ड भनेको यहाँको चाहिँ एउटा मिलिटरीको युनिट हो जुन चाहिँ US आर्मी छ, नेभी छ, एयर फोर्स सबै छ। त्यस्तो भर्मन्ट नेशनल गार्ड चाहिँ अलिकति डिफरेन्ट खालको हो। अनि भर्मन्ट नेशनल गार्डमा चाहिँ के अपर्चुनिटी छ भनेर चाहिँ यहाँनेर कम्युनिटीलाई थाहा दिनको लागि यो इभेन्ट गरेको हो। तपाई आफै मिलिटरी जोइन गर्नु पर्दैन, तर परिवारमा कोही छ यङ छोराछोरी है दाजुभाइ कोही छ भने उहाँहरूले कुनै खालको अपर्चुनिटी खोज्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने यो एकदम राम्रो अपर्चुनिटी हो जो चाहिँ तपाईहरुले लिन सक्नुहुन्छ। त्यही सिलसिलामा हो। तपाईहरु केही प्रश्न छ भने मलाई सोध्न सक्नुहुन्छ अथवा म यहाँ को छ राइट पर्सन उहाँसँग कनेक्ट गराएर तपाईलाई त्यसको उत्तर दिने प्रयास गर्नेछु। धन्यवाद। थ्यांक्स फर कमिङ। वेलकम।
धन्यवाद। नमस्ते 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 राम्रो छ। Thank you everyone. Thank you. I would like to say hello to my brother, our colleague, Jacob Bagure. You got it already, thank you. There you go.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Murjan Amir from Somali Bantu community. This is my people. So, hello. Sorry, guys. So, talking of opportunities. So, the reason we are here tonight is, I'm talking about my people. So, originally we came from Somalia, especially the southern part of Somalia. So, the opportunities we are talking here, our people were denied from our own government. So, we are so thankful of Vermont National Guard offering the same opportunities that were denied to us, such as basic like quality education, healthcare, the right to exercise in politics, even the right to join the army. So I'm very happy that we got this opportunity. So we are here the same reason all the three communities are here, because of the civil war. So we got kicked out from our own country. So our family decided to look for a better opportunity for their family. So that's why we are here, the opportunity that we couldn't find in our own homeland, so we found it here. So I'm going to ask my own community, this is a good opportunity to tell our young generation to join the Vermont National Guard. Joining the Vermont National Guard, it doesn't mean that you're going to Iraq or Afghanistan. There's a lot of opportunities and benefits that the general was talking about. So I am encouraging my people, just do the right thing. So we are here in America. We're not going. This is our home. We are here to stay. Thank you, everybody.
Well done, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask, thank you, my colleagues. Come on up, thank you. Thank you for being here, come on up. The beautiful uniforms in front of us, they are going to, each of them introduce themselves to you. And then if you think you still are left with questions from what you heard or saw on this video that were shown behind me, these are the right people to give you the right answers. Thank you.
You want to sit? Hi everyone, my name is Hussein Sadiq, and I joined the Vermont National Guard in 2017. My job is called 12 Bravo. You can also call it a combat engineer. One of the main reasons why I joined the military, especially the Vermont National Guard, is the amount of opportunities and the amount of support that I've gotten so far, the amount of great trainings and great leadership I've had in the years.
Let me get up. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah. Hi, madam. How are you? How are you doing today? You're good, right? Fatigue? No fatigue. Really? Namaskar. Sabizana Topisa Tiki Ununza? Ramrucha. Yeah, see? So, hi, everybody else. My name is Rajkumar Guru. And then I am a National Guard under 88 Mike. I do driving, heavy trucks in the Vermont National Guard, and as you know that I came here in the United States like one year, 5 months ago, and then. Hi, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. I came here like 1 year and 4 months ago in the United States. And then, let me be easy. And then there was like a lot of opportunities, but I didn't like I didn't like that opportunities. But when I heard about the Vermont National Guard, I tried to join the Vermont National Guard and everything was fine. And and then after that, I got citizenship within like 1 year. And thanks to Vermont National Guard for my citizenship. And if you guys have to want to join the Vermont National Guard have more opportunities than any others any others work. Like you guys can have college tuition fee, like sponsorship. Vermont National Guard can provide you with the good opportunities and training for building your career, and then all the things. So we are here to encourage you guys to have think about the Vermont National Guard, which is great opportunities. People like me, I was nowhere to be go, but I joined the Vermont National Guard, and I have Vermont National Guard job, me and my uncle is out here. We started one business in North Avenue. And then I got my job in UVN. So I have now so many things to do with the thanks of Vermont National Guard. If you guys wanted for better opportunities, better training, and better your future, I think I will not wait for anything else, but I will join the Vermont National Guard, and I will be after that you see the results coming out. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you all.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Komalpreet Singh Saini. I'm originally from India. I joined Air National Guard in 2019. I came here in the United States in 2016. My journey was very incredible with Vermont Air National Guard. It's loaded with a ton of opportunities. First of all, I want to thank everyone who are here with us in this event. Because, first of all, we all are Americans here. We came from different places, we landed here, and now we are loaded with different opportunities. It's how we choose it, what path we are in. And I was working, so I'm gonna give you a brief story of how I joined Air National Guard. It's very impressive. In 2017, when I was working with my uncle's store in Winooski, there used to be a chief who retired. She retired actually. She used to come to our store to get things, and I asked her, you look amazing in the dress which I'm wearing right now. She said, why don't you join us? I was like, can I? And she said, yes, you can. And very next day, someone called me, and he interviewed me. And they took me to the Air National Base and showed me all the different opportunities I have in, which I never knew about that. I was not a citizen that time. I don't know what to do in my life. I was completely lost. So that was a turning point of my life, I would say. I ended up joining a personnel squadron in Air National Guard. Right now, I'm a human resource specialist working for Air National Guard, Vermont. That was the turning point of my life. Now I see how the things have changed. I got a lot of confidence in me. I have traveled a lot to different places around the United States and also in future overseas as well. So first of all, adding another thing to it, by joining the Air National Guard or the Army Guard or any military forces, you have tons of opportunity. They give you a set of skills which you can use it in your civilian side. With high-end cutting technology they use, you get masters in it. Free education. Someone told me to give someone is education. With that, joining the National Guard, you get a free education, which is a really best thing to give someone. And everyone here can have it. As you open a door for this, we are always there to welcome you. The doors are wide open. You can ask anyone in Army Guard, National Guard, you can talk to anyone, and they can let you know how nice the people are, how nice the leaders are. You have talked to General Knight, incredible person. There are almost 3,000 to 4,000 people working for National Guard as well as Army National Guard in Vermont or out of states. And he knows almost
I will say 3,000 to 4,000 people's name. That's how the leaders are. And it's an honor to serve with them. When we joined it, we were different. And when we are now, it's a family, like we all are right now. We carry two things. One, United States Air Force, our Army, and another is our surname. So we have two families combined together as one. So if you have any question, just ask us. And yeah, thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yusuf Abdi. I'm a recent recruit to the Air National Guard. I graduated from the UVM 2 years ago. I'm pursuing a master's in possibly law, and I was given the opportunity to study cybersecurity through the Air National Guard. Having this skill set will allow me to leverage it and be in a better position in the future. I was also given a top-level security clearance, and I could use that opportunity later on in life. There's also the ability to put my family and the people that I care about in a good position. And so overall, I think it's going to be a good journey. I'm new to this. It's going to be a long experience. I still have basic to go through. And then I have tech school, but I think after all is said and done, I'll be in a position to leverage this and be in a great spot.
Of course, they are all amazing. At this time, I'm going to ask if anyone in here has questions for our guest. Now with the time, please. Any questions, any thoughts, any comments?
Allô? Allô? Bon. Sikoyo, biso, dans le cadre de la communauté na biso, mutumoko awaza na question ya kotuna ba général azali awa, ba tuebele bazali awa, oyo alingi alo bango na lingala tokoki ko traduire yango na anglais. Nani aza na question?
Bonjour à tout le monde. Question nanga eza boye.
Yeah, I have a question.
Nani na yeba na age nini mutakoye ko postuler na armée?
So is there an age limit for someone to go to the army or to the National Guard? How old you have to be?
So we can put people in the Air and Army National Guard, and my recruiting team can tell me if I'm wrong, between the ages of 17 and 40, and sometimes we can get a waiver to age 42.
Donc de 17 ans au maximum 42 ans.
And I'm happy to sign a waiver.
C'est 42, right? 42 ans de limite, Asuka.
Okay, merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
Bon, question dans les aboyés. Est-ce qu'il y a moyen au sein la génie militaire, donc aux armées, mais parfois aux architectes, ici comme ça?
Yeah. Is it possible for someone to be like an engineer in the army and then work outside as well?
Absolutely, and you can talk to Hussein about that. He's a combat engineer with us, 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. Did you change your major, or are you still an engineering student?
Donc,
So he's an engineering student at UVM. So you can do internships. For instance, you do your weekend with us, your 2 weeks of training. Remember, it's a transferable skill. So everything you learn with the Army transfers to the civilian career.
donc eza possible okoki kozala en même temps ingénieur libanda pe oza kosala na bango so kozala besoin nango moko ba ingénieur ye wana okotuna ya kopesa ba précision ebele.
Nga tuna so isiko muta ayebi anglais mingi te akokota te ubia kokoma.
Now, if someone does not speak English, is it still possible for him to work with you guys?
We practice the art of the possible. So yes, and I'll talk to Courtney Weiser. You talk a little bit about learning English as a second language.
Donc, eza solo bakoki toujours kosunga yo ata oyebi anglais te.
So this is Master Sergeant Courtney Weiser. She's one of my recruiting chiefs for one of our teams here in Vermont, and she's been in recruiting for many years.
Yango adopesa mwasana maloba a expliquer parce que yeb tatala ko expert na bango.
Thank you, sir. So yes, we do work with applicants with English as a second language, and we actually have an entire training program for that. There is a separate test that you have to take before you take the ASVAB, and then you can go on. They will actually send you to a language school to help you become more proficient in the English language, and then you go on to basic training.
alobi ke okoki kokende kuna bako entraîner yo soko zali anglais zali langue na yo te okokota classe et puis après bokosala test mais kasi okoki okende kuna soko yebi anglais te be bako lakisa yo anglais kuna kaka.
Over here. There's someone over here with a question.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Januka from Nepali community. I have a question. Is there any possibility that the National Guard from Vermont can manage a basic training in Vermont?
So we have something like that. So we want our soldiers and airmen to be successful. So training is training. Army training is Army training, whether you're in the National Guard or active duty. Same thing is true for the Air Force. But before our members go, it must be my dynamic personality. Before our members go, soldiers or airmen, we prepare them for that training. And normally, Air Guard or Air Force basic training is shorter than the Army. Is it 6 or 8 weeks, Sergeant Popovich, here? 6 weeks? 7.5 weeks for Air Force basic training. And then depending on the specialty, it could be a number of weeks after that for their technical training, depending on what their skill set is, what they want to do. Same thing is true for the Army. Our basic training is 10 weeks. And then for truck driving school was what, 8 weeks? Yeah, another 8 weeks. But again, you come back, now you're driving a truck, but you now have a crossover to your commercial driver's license here in Vermont. But the short answer is we have to go to the federal training.
That's what I'm not hoping to, because I'm a mom and I have to be with my kids until they get 10 years at least. So I can't leave them and go for training even for a week. That's the problem right now.
It is a challenge, understand.
Thank you.
We could probably help you with that, so I would refer you to Master Sergeant Weiser.
So you do bring up a great question, right? A lot of families that have young kiddos, it is a concern because you don't want to leave your kids. So we do have some options. You can do what's called a family care plan. So if you have somebody that you trust to watch your kids, and I'm a mom too, I have 2 little ones, so I definitely understand. And it is a challenge sometimes to go away for training. But I do have a pretty supportive network that does help me with the kiddos. And one of the things that we also offer is a family outreach program. So if you were to go to training, they could also be a network for you as well. They wouldn't be able to watch your kids full time, but if you had somebody that could be a primary caretaker, they would have access to all the benefits that you have as well. And we can help facilitate that.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. What level of education do someone need before joining?
It may be different for the Air and the Army Guard.
Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Cool. So you don't have to have any education. You can get in without. You just have to score higher on the test. But high school is preferred because then you have to score lower, so it's easier to get in. But no education or a master's degree, anything.
So what Sergeant Popovich is referring to, there is kind of an entrance exam to the military. It's called the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. And the score you get dictates the specialties that you can train in. So, and within that, it's more complex than that. But the long story short is pass the test, and we can tell you what you qualify for.
Yeah, another question here. So someone wanted me to ask, how about asylum seekers? Are they allowed to join the Guard?
I think I'll defer to my recruiters, but if you're here as a lawful permanent resident, a green card holder, the I-551 card, then we can start the process. And that's something that's important for folks to understand. It's changed since I was in recruiting. You can now join, and what's the timeline now from joining to citizenship if all the paperwork is without an issue? About 90 days, you become a U.S. citizen.
If you have a green card, you have 90 days to become a U.S. citizen, but asylum seekers are not allowed. They can't join the.
Yeah, they have to be here in a legal status.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
For someone who wants to be a pilot, do you guys have a training for it? Like especially the F-35?
Right, so it's very competitive, as you imagine. We might have 200 applicants to fly the aircraft, and sometimes they'll pick, depends on where they are in hiring, they may pick 2 candidates, and it normally is a 3-year process to actually become qualified as a pilot. That's for the Air Force. Now on the Army side, it's different. We have helicopters, we have rotary wing, so we have Black Hawk helicopters, Lakotas, and we have a C-12, which is our fixed wing aircraft. That's another way to fly if somebody wants to fly. You would come in enlisted, for instance. I just talked with a young man yesterday about this. You would start as aircrew, being a maintainer, working on the aircraft, a fueler, an avionics technician. Eventually you become a crew chief, responsible for the aircraft, and then you would apply for and likely be accepted to flight school if you have the aptitude to fly the aircraft.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Thank you. My question is for the 4 guys right there. And as you know, you all people of color. Okay. You all are people of color, and we are all living in a white state. And was just wondering if you encountered any level of discrimination, right, while trying to serve this country that we call now home.
I can answer a bit of that. Being in a combat job as a combat engineer, there's a variety of people that you get to meet all over Vermont, and I've never had any moments where I felt like I was being, taken out for some specific reason, meaning like discriminated on, based off of color of my skin or not getting some sort of task or something. The support that we get, at least from my perspective in my company, is that everyone wears the same color uniform. And that's how it goes for us. If anyone ever feels uncomfortable, they directly report. And once it's reported, it's all confidential, but it never has been the case for any of us. The support that we get and the great leadership that makes sure that everyone feels comfortable for who they are is one of the best.
Yes,
in the United States, the color is people think that it is a great issue. Me being a brown, and then somebody being a somebody else color, and yeah, there is like something going, like some thought is going on. But when I joined the army, I became green. Now my color is green. Despite of my country of birth, despite of my country of origin, I am a green now. So Vermont National Guard do not tolerate any racism in the Vermont National Guard. And like, if there is something happening like that, we have certain channel to contact, or we have open door policy. We have something that we can deal with that, being a soldier. Like I'm a private 2, PV2, so I am like second smallest rank in my unit, even though we have some more. I am the juniorest one, but you guys, we are a green now. When you come to the army, we serve one nation, these nations, and we are a green. We do not tolerate any racism or any color in the army. And if somebody is doing these things to somebody else, we have open door policy to commander. We have some rules and regulations that is like more stricter, more better for people like us, the immigrant people. We can be like thrown back in the army. That is because even I thought that, oh my gosh, this is a different country. How they will treat me? I will be in a PB1, private, the smallest rank, and the biggest fear to me was I was 32 when I joined the National Guard. I am now 33. So there was one female candidate. We trained together. She was 36 and have 2 kids. And she was running more faster than me. She was from Jamaica. And one of them was like from Congo. Oh my gosh, I cannot lie. Sister, really? So what I want to say is that we don't have a color now. Being in the National Guard and being in the Army, we are green, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
The other thing I wanted to add is that the best feeling that you get from being in a company is you get to feel like you're in a family. These guys, these men and women, they know you. They get to know you like a friend. Everything about them is just great. And so they fight for you. And that's what happens in my company, in all parts of the Vermont National Guard. I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
So, as I told you guys, I'm with Vermont National Guard for 5 years, and I have never seen any kind of discrimination regarding any color, race, or sex. With the Army, Air, I guess they all have same policies. So, I would say, as my fellow men, they have said, they're completely right on these things. When you join it, it becomes a green family. So doesn't matter where we are, either Army, Navy, or Air Force, we all are same. And there's no discrimination at all. We are like brothers, sisters, all working together for one mission, one team, one fight, flight, fight, and win, right? Thank you.
I haven't personally experienced any discrimination I'm still fairly new, but everybody's been super welcoming. I've had a great relationship with my recruiter and my sergeant major general.
Thank you for the great stories. There is a question over here.
My name is Héritier. I think I missed out something, so I was wondering, what does it take to be in the program? Is there any certain things you need to do to be in the program?
Are you looking for a certain kind of program to join the National Guard? That's what you said? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah. National Guard. Yes, yes.
Okay. So I can take that one for you. Can everybody hear me okay? Thank you. So the question was, how do you become eligible for the Vermont Army National Guard? Like, what does it take? So first thing is going to be age, right? Basic eligibility, 17 to 35. Sometimes we can waiver over that. Second thing, you have to be able to pass the test that General Knight was talking about. And then you also have to be medically cleared. You also have to have an I-551 card, right? So we said asylum seekers not eligible at this time. And then the last thing is morally. So can't get in trouble with the law. If you meet all of those qualifications, definitely talk to a recruiter. If you don't meet those, still talk to a recruiter, because sometimes we have waivers and we can still work with you. So my best piece of advice is, if you're not sure, talk to a recruiter.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi, my name is Sophia Mohammed. Before I start my question, thank you for saving us, like military, police, fire, all of you, thank you so much. I have question, like my two daughters, they want to be like army. The question I have, they supposed to cover the hair or anything, like we wear a hijab, that's the question I have.
Because they're Muslims, so the religion purposes, so they have to cover their head. So,
at least from my perspective, and you correct me if I'm wrong, we have a standard uniform. At least there's a way we wear it, but in order to abide by religious practices, we definitely do allow the hijab to be worn correctly with your uniform. And it's one of those, obviously it's one of those things that is very important. Even when I went to basic training, I was given times where I could pray. I was given, you know, if I had to go ahead and pray Johor or Asar, they made sure that I got the time. I haven't met, and I hope to meet at some point, a Somali woman that is in the army, but they will definitely be able to wear their hijab because that's the right that they have for religious.
Thank you.
It sounds like every culture is welcome.
I want to add one more thing on this.
Hello.
The military is very friendly when it comes to religion. So if you practice your religion, they give full right to respect, and they respect every religion, and they make sure you have full faith on it, and make sure you can practice it at those times. And if there are any Sikh people sitting over here, the Indians community, now the Sikhs are they are allowed to wear the turbans even in Marines as well as in Air Force. So they were eligible. They were authorized in Army before, but now they are authorized in Army, in Air Force as well as in Marines. So that's a big change. So that's why I'm saying they are very friendly when it comes to religion, and they want your religion to be spread and respected. Thank you.
Even something as very important as Ramadan, there was a year where I had to go to Louisiana for training, and I think it was about maybe 3 to 4 weeks, maybe 2 weeks in that Ramadan started. What my unit did in support of me was they told me, oh, hey, like, you're training and everything, but, you know, if you need to, like, obviously slow down if you're not, because you're not eating or drinking all day, you know, they respect that. And that truly kind of gave me it made me really feel great about that, because that's a great amount of respect we're able to do for something as important as Ramadan.
And one more thing. Sorry, I just want to keep adding one more. So another thing is that in some religious practice, certain kind of foods are forbidden. Like some religion don't allow eating beef or pork, and in military they respect that. And if you are vegetarian, they allow you, they serve you vegetarian food. And if you want to have something else, they make sure you have that. So it's pretty nice. Thank you.
Thank you for the addition. It sounds like Mr. Symphorien would like to add something. Go ahead, please.
I have one question. Bon, nazana question nangina tuna bango soki boto ake kuna na armée, est-ce que entraînement na ye ya basi na mibale kozala ndenge moko? Voilà question ngai. Bon, I want to ask the general here. You know, there are a lot of ladies here from different, so some of them, they have children, boys, and the girls. So I want to know if all those people, they will have the same training, girls and boys. There are no differences or what? That's my last question.
Training is training. That's what it is. And I can tell you in our National Guard, and as evidenced here by our panel, as I mentioned, we have opportunity for everybody. So the test is the test. The training standard is the training standard. And that's all there is to it. But I will also tell you the opportunities are the same. Our National Guard have more women in senior leadership positions than in its history. So there's opportunity for everybody.
Alobi training is that training. Nabasi na mibali bangosu bakoza ndenge moko. Alors alobi sous selo comme kobino boka ki bien te. Alobi ke awa na National Guard à Vermont basi bazaye belé na ba position ya likolo. Omoni basi bazaye belé na ba position ya likolo. Donc bazwa ki ba training te. Donc oya za makasi akende komeka. Et puis kuna pe ba classe ezali ya pamba ufuta te. Merci.
Thank you, Symphorien. Anyone else has any additional questions? I see some hand raised on my right. Thank you.
So I have two questions. The first question is that, are there any support on the ASVAB taking?
And usually that's in Chittenden County. But we could definitely do something here in this facility if anybody is open to it and wanted to take a practice ASVAB.
Oh my God, I forgot the second one. Hold on.
And another thing that we do offer to kind of go along with that, it's called the 09 Bike Program. And what that is if you can't score quite high enough to meet the minimum requirement, we'll actually send you to a school prior to basic training where they're gonna help you with your math and your English so that you can get your score up to qualify for more jobs. So that is also an option as well.
But I think for that, they don't give it to everybody.
It is not for everyone, you're correct.
So how do you get to that position?
Yep, so for that, I would encourage you, one, talk to a recruiter. So there are some flyers.
I have one already.
Perfect. So definitely talk to a recruiter, and then we can get you hooked up with that ASVAB study session. And then we also have some practice tests that we can send you so that you can kind of see what it's like.
Second question. Oh my God, I forgot. Wait. Oh,
If you don't want to ask in front of everyone, you can come find me after and I'll answer it for you.
I have a question. So what if, like me, I have 4 kids, but I want to be a police officer. How long does it take to be a trainee?
So training, it's 10 weeks up front for the Army, 7.5 weeks for the Air. And then depending on what job you choose, your training length is going to differ. So it really depends on what job you choose. So again, definitely talk to a recruiter and we can get into those specifics with you.
Okay, my second question was, I know that for now the Navies have the lower score to get in. Is that the same on the other branches or no?
So you're correct. Right now for the Navy, they do have the lowest minimum score to get in. But like I said, we do have that 09 Mike program, which is pretty close to what the Navy has. The Navy is currently at an 11, and for 09 Mike, you have to score a 21. And then sometimes we have some other vacancies. I've seen 16s be able to enlist with the Army as well. The Air Guard does have a little bit higher ASVAB score, but certainly take a practice test, because what I find is that the test, the idea of it, scares people more. Just take it and see where you're at. Take a practice test, because you might do better than you think. And then definitely come to our study sessions once a month.
How did you guys like the ASVAB? What was your experience?
That's a good one.
Thank you. Sorry.
There we go, that's better. The ASVAB isn't as hard as people think it is. It takes a little bit of studying, I'd say, a little bit of math, some vocabulary, but overall my experience, at least from my perspective, I really liked it. I was able to go through it a little bit. I had some hard time in math, I think, but overall I did study. I studied enough. I wanted to make sure, because the higher score that you get, the more job opportunities that is open to you. And that's what's great about it. If you get yourself in the 80s, 90s, you're able to just choose all these amazing jobs.
Raj, you did some of our study sessions with us, right? And we also had some translation help.
Yeah. Yes. I want to be a little bit energetic when I speak to the people. Like, see, I was like, I already told you, like, I came here like only 1 year and 4 months now. My English was different. Like, we studied the British English, right? We studied the different English in Asia, in Africa. When I came here, I got blank. I don't have accents. Still, I don't have accents of the Vermonter accents. But I got blank. And when I tried for the ASVAB test, like I was like horrible. But my sergeants, recruiters, helped me daily to like practice it. There is like there is in the mobile like software to practice the ASVAB, and also our Vermont National Guard and our hardworking sergeant and recruiter, like if you want to be like, okay, you cannot study that one in a mobile or software or apps, you can always like come to us, even me, or even sergeant, even like any recruiter. We have a small class going on every like Saturday, Sunday, where you have every weekends, holidays. we can like practice like 3 hours. Otherwise, only 2 hours. We can teach you how to like crack that ASVAB practice. So it is not hard. I know you guys did like exam, like 6-month exam, 1-year exam in your Africa or in Asia, which is like more harder than this, but this is like easy. I got it, I got through it. Before that one, I thought like, oh my God, it was so hard. But the sergeant and then recruiter helped me to go through it. I did it last. First attempt, I make it. So it is not hard, brother and sister. You can always like come forward. I can help you. Our sergeant can help you. Or any recruiter can help you for that. Thank you.
Are there any more questions?
I have a question. I have 2 questions. So my first question is, for people who have like temporary injuries, are they still allowed to join training or no?
Your question was if someone is injured, do you mean like severely injured, or do you mean like a very medical?
Like if they like just had surgery and like, you know, they had to wait a couple of months for like full recovery.
I can take that one. So for medical, talk to a recruiter. I know I keep saying that, but everybody's case is so very different that we wouldn't want you to miss the opportunity. So usually for a surgery, it's a 6-month wait. But again, depending on circumstances, that can change.
And my other...
Can I speak to that a little bit? Just because I've been in the Army for almost 16 years now. When I first joined, I had surgery on my ankle and I have screws in my leg. So the process is possible. You have to go to a doctor, you might have to get a waiver, but I've heard the general say we have a waiver for everything. So it is very possible. And then in service, if you get hurt, there's procedures and protocols. They don't kick you out. You don't lose your job. You're gonna have your job still. We train you back up, get you healthy, and get you back in the field.
And I also have one more question. My other question is, if somebody wanted to join the air training, but then changed their mind mid-term, could they change to another training or no?
Yes, you can always switch from either air to Army or Army to air. It would depend sometimes on the contract, a little bit on bonuses. However, working with our recruiters, they're able to make sure that you get the job. Because what the Vermont National Guard wants is they want you to have the job that you're happy with. You know, they want the job that you can talk about with your family, with your friends, get excited every day. And even in my unit, there's a couple of folks that were like, oh, hey, I want to do this full time. I don't just want to do this once a month. They went ahead and worked with an active duty recruiter, and now he's going into active duty. There was another guy, and he was like, I don't want to be in the Army now. I want to do the air. And he went right in the air, and now he has an amazing technical job. It's one of those things that our recruiters will work with you, the unit, your company will work with you to make sure that you're happy with the job. That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any more questions?
The student who brought here, you will give them stipend.
All right, there's one more person that I would like everybody to meet real quick. So Rye, can you stand up? So Rye. Rai just recently graduated basic training and AIT, and I just wanted him to take a quick moment just to talk about his experience.
Hello. So my name is Noyan Rai, or PV2 Rai. I joined the Army July of last year, and I joined because after high school, I didn't have anything going, and I wanted to go to college, but I know that college tuition costs a lot of money, and I was a little lost, and I had a friend that was already in the Army that spoke positively about it. He had came back from basic training, AIT, and everything that he was already done. And I joined July of last year, and I shipped out for training on September 11th to January 31st. My basic training was in Fort Leonard Wood from September to November 22nd. And after I graduated basic training, I shipped out to AIT. So AIT is something like, it's like a job that I chose. Like, it's an MOS. Basic training is something that every soldier goes through, and AIT it's like an individual training that you selected. So whatever you get on the ASVAB, you choose a job that you want to join. And I was a truck driver, an 88 mic, and my training was about 10 weeks long after basic training, and I completed it. And now that I've completed it, now that I'm back, I can apply for CDL license. So if my commander can sign off on the form of a CDL license, I would just have to go in and take the test, and I would get a free CDL license. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you for sharing, great story, thank you. At this time, we're going to say we're really appreciative of all the questions and comments that have been made so far. And I am going to call up Ali Dieng, Councilor Ali Dieng, and Adjutant General Knight for a closing session.
So listen, I would like to offer this. This should not be a one-time engagement. This should not be a one-time event. We need to do more of this. We're your National Guard. Whether you're eligible to serve or not, we still serve you. You can be a part of it if you meet the eligibility. It is not for everybody. I'm very honest about that. Military service is sometimes hard. It is very inconvenient at times, I would say. But imagine when you have an emergency, imagine when you need help, what happens when the governor calls and nobody comes? So when we talk about why we serve, these young soldiers and airmen exemplify that selfless service. They are part of something much larger than themselves. And I think that's a very important message. And the other thing I would tell you, my job is to grow the Guard. Because if I don't grow the Guard, well, that just doesn't go well for us. So I want to thank you personally, Ali, for facilitating this. So we go back a little ways, and to me, this highlights the importance of relationships and the building of partnerships. I've traveled the world. I've been to Europe. I've been to Africa. I've been to many places. We all have service in common, whether you serve in uniform or whether you serve your community as a city councilor. But I do know you recognize excellence when you see it. So if you're not familiar, when you become a general or a commander, you get coins. You design your own coin. Now this coin is a very small thing, rather insignificant, really, but it at least is a token of my appreciation to somebody who's served us with excellence. So on the front of the coin is my symbol of office, and on the back of the coin are our Army and Air National Guard commands in the Vermont National Guard. And it is presented for excellence. And at the top of the coin, it says, put the Vermonters ahead. If you look at our history in the Civil War, Vermonters had a reputation for hard marching and never running from a fight. And it was General John Sedgwick leading up to the Battle of Gettysburg, and he received word he needed to move the 6th Corps and get them into the fight. He issued the order, put the Vermonters ahead, and keep the column well closed. So Ali, I want to thank you personally for doing that for us. Well done, my friend.
Thank you very much, AJ General Knight. I am honored to receive this coin that you designed. I am also honored to have put this together, not only me, but Samuel Dingba that you see right behind, the youth advocate for AALV. Please give him a round of applause. Samuel. Yeah. We also have Murjan Kasim from the Somali Bantu Community Association. Yep. We also have Mr. Jeetan Khadka from the Nepali community right there. Yep. We also have Symphorien Sikyala from the Congolese Association of Vermont. Alongside Coco and the family and all the great food that you have put together right here, right now.
Thank you to Annie, the wonderful cook. You're a chef.
I want to come back to this coin and also come back to excellence. We all live in this great state of Vermont. We all should feel that we belong. All the opportunities that are here, it's for us, it's for our children. We are American and we are proud to be American. The way we want to be prouder even is to join the Vermont National Guard, is to be doctors, is to be lawyers, is to study. And I think an opportunity of a lifetime is right here with the chief and his rank. I could not agree more with him that this is just the start. Every single year, we need to do this more. Every single year, do you say yes? Are you ready to do this again next year? And the years to come? Thank you all so much for being here. And in closing, all the Army Guards that are here today, you made us all proud, right? My brother, you are shy, but at the same time, you're very smart. My brother, you are tall, you are handsome, and you are very smart. My brother is a businessman right here, Mr. Gurum. Mr. Sadiq, thank you all so much. I think I'm just old, but I would have joined the Army, right? Let's do this again. Thank you, Chief. Really, really thank you. All right, so we have to do this again. And thank you to the Vermont National Guard. And thank you to all the people of the Guard that are here too, right? We could not do this without you, right? Thank you. Now, one thing that I would ask you is to please, your tables, clean them up. Right? And yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Jeetan Khadka. Samuel. Coco. Where's Coco? Coco. Coco, tuende wapi? Tuende. Thank you, everybody. Clean up time, like Ali said.
I think it was very nice to hear that, like the opportunity that you can get from like working as a air army or like a guard, I guess. Especially like paying for college tuition. It's too expensive, so like that was a good opportunity to hear from the. Yeah.
And it was also a good time because like people really sit down and think about their choices. It gives them more choices in life.
And I think a lot of this like talk like this is good for the community because like especially like a new African or like anybody like new immigrant in general, we don't get this opportunity like to hear this information. So it was a good talk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I enjoyed this today. Like I understand a lot about the army and stuff and opportunities, and like people can start young, so you better join, and it helps you like later on with like like college and stuff. So yeah, better join. Thank you.
Hi, we were here for a meeting with the Vermont National Guard, and we are so happy. They came and then they give us a lot of information about National Guard, and we really appreciated the work that they are doing. And we are willing also other people to join because they give us a lot of information that we didn't know about Vermont National Guard, and we are hoping for them to come next time so that there were some other people that they didn't know about this meeting. So if they come back again so that a lot of people can come and join the meeting and also learn about their programs. And lastly, I will say thank you, everybody. Bye.